Welcome back to our channel. We hope you'll find valuable content here. If you enjoy our channel, please remember to like, subscribe, and stay tuned for more. Let's dive in. Leadership and Organizational Behavior, Introduction to Leadership Theories. Welcome to the world of leadership and organizational behavior. In this episode, we're diving into the fascinating realm of leadership theories. Imagine you're embarking on a journey to uncover the secrets behind what makes great leaders tick and how their strategies shape the way organizations function. Let's break down these complex concepts into easily digestible pieces. What are leadership theories? Think of leadership theories as different roadmaps that guide leaders on how to effectively lead their teams and organizations. These theories are like a toolkit filled with various strategies, styles, and approaches that leaders can use to navigate the challenges and opportunities that arise in the business world. Understanding organizational dynamics. Organizations are like intricate ecosystems where people, goals, and processes interact. Leadership plays a crucial role in influencing these dynamics. When leaders understand and apply the right theories, they can create a harmonious and productive environment. Exploring various leadership models and theories. Let's take a quick tour of some prominent leadership theories. Trait theory. This theory focuses on identifying specific traits or qualities that make a person a good leader. It suggests that certain attributes, such as confidence, decisiveness, and integrity, contribute to effective leadership. Behavioral theories. These theories emphasize the actions and behaviors of leaders rather than inherent traits. They propose that leaders can be made through learning and development, and effective leadership behaviors can be taught. Contingency theories. Contingency theories suggest that the effectiveness of a leadership style depends on the situation. A style that works well in one context might not work in another. The key is adapting leadership to fit the circumstances. Transformational leadership. This theory focuses on inspiring and motivating followers to achieve exceptional results. Transformational leaders encourage creativity, innovation, and a shared vision. Situational leadership. Here, leadership style adjusts based on the maturity level of the followers. Leaders assess their team's skills and adapt their approach accordingly, ranging from directing to delegating. Servant leadership. This approach centers on serving the needs of the team and empowering them to succeed. Leaders prioritize the well-being of their team members and encourage their growth. Applying leadership theories to real-life scenarios. Let's consider a real-life example. Imagine you're the leader of a startup. The trait theory might prompt you to focus on developing confidence and decision-making skills to inspire your team. However, in a rapidly changing environment, contingency theory could lead you to adjust your leadership style as the company evolves. For a nonprofit organization, servant leadership might be your guiding principle. By prioritizing the needs of your team and fostering a supportive environment, you're more likely to achieve your mission and make a positive impact. Unlocking your leadership potential. As you delve into the world of leadership theories, remember that there's no one-size-fits-all approach. Effective leaders are like skilled artists who choose the right brushstrokes for each canvas. By understanding and experimenting with these theories, you'll be better equipped to adapt and lead successfully in diverse situations. In the next episode, we'll explore the dynamics of teamwork and communication within organizations. Get ready to uncover the secrets of building strong and cohesive teams. Until then, keep your leadership curiosity alive and your learning journey thriving. Leadership and organizational behavior, team dynamics, and group communication. Welcome back to our journey through the world of leadership and organizational behavior. In this episode, we're delving into the captivating realm of team dynamics and group communication. Imagine being able to build teams that collaborate seamlessly and communicate effectively to achieve remarkable results. Let's explore these concepts in a down-to-earth manner. The power of team dynamics. Think of a team as a puzzle where each piece contributes to the bigger picture. Team dynamics refer to the interactions, relationships, and processes that shape how a group of individuals work together. Just like gears in a well-oiled machine, team members influence each other's behavior and productivity. Building effective teams. Creating a high-performing team isn't just about picking the most skilled individuals. It's about assembling a diverse group with complementary strengths and expertise. A balanced team ensures that different perspectives are considered, leading to innovative solutions and better decision-making. Understanding communication in teams. Communication is the heartbeat of any successful team. Imagine trying to row a boat without coordinated paddling, chaos would ensue. Effective communication involves sharing information, ideas, and feedback openly and transparently. It prevents misunderstandings and ensures everyone is on the same page. Conflict resolution and collaboration. Conflicts are a natural part of team dynamics. They arise from differing viewpoints, goals, and personalities. Skilled leaders understand how to manage conflicts constructively, turning them into opportunities for growth and learning. Collaboration, where team members work together towards common goals, is key to resolving conflicts. Applying effective group communication. Imagine you're leading a project team with members from different departments. To enhance group communication. Clear goals. Define clear project goals and roles from the outset. This minimizes confusion and sets the team up for success. Open dialogue. Encourage open communication. Create an environment where team members feel comfortable sharing their thoughts, concerns, and ideas. Active listening. Emphasize active listening. When team members feel heard, they're more likely to engage fully and contribute meaningfully. Feedback loop. Establish a feedback loop. Regularly review progress, address challenges, and celebrate achievements together. Real-life example, building a cohesive team. Imagine you're leading a marketing team for a product launch. You've assembled members with diverse skills, a creative designer, a data analyst, a content writer, and a social media strategist. By leveraging each person's expertise and ensuring open communication, you create a synergy that leads to an innovative and successful campaign. Fostering team synergy. Team dynamics and effective communication go hand in hand. As a leader, your role is to facilitate a positive team culture where every member feels valued and understood. By encouraging collaboration, celebrating diversity, and addressing conflicts constructively, you'll foster a sense of unity and purpose. In our next episode, we'll explore the fascinating world of motivation and employee engagement. Get ready to unlock the secrets to keeping your team inspired and productive. Until then, keep nurturing those teamwork skills and cultivating open lines of communication. Leadership and organizational behavior, motivation and employee engagement. Welcome back to our exploration of leadership and organizational behavior. In this episode, we're diving into the captivating realm of motivation and employee engagement. Imagine being able to ignite a spark in your team members, inspiring them to go the extra mile and achieve remarkable results. Let's delve into these concepts in a relatable and practical way. The power of motivation. Imagine motivation as the fuel that propels individuals to take action and achieve their goals. It's what turns a mundane task into a meaningful endeavor. As a leader, understanding what drives your team members is like having a superpower that can unlock their full potential. Types of motivation. There are two main types of motivation. Intrinsic motivation, this comes from within. It's the joy and satisfaction that individuals derive from doing something they love or find personally fulfilling. For example, a designer working on a creative project may feel intrinsically motivated. Extrinsic motivation, this comes from external rewards like praise, promotions, or bonuses. It's the pat on the back that acknowledges a job well done. Employee engagement, the key to productivity. Picture employee engagement as the emotional commitment team members have towards their work and the organization. Engaged employees don't just show up to collect a paycheck, they genuinely care about the company's success and put in their best effort. Creating a motivating and engaging environment. As a leader, you play a pivotal role in cultivating motivation and engagement. Meaningful work, connect tasks to the bigger picture. When team members understand how their work contributes to the organization's goals, they find more meaning in what they do. Recognition and feedback, regularly acknowledge accomplishments and provide constructive feedback. This reinforces positive behavior and helps team members improve. Autonomy, allow some degree of autonomy in how tasks are carried out. Empowered employees take ownership of their work and show higher levels of engagement. Growth opportunities, provide opportunities for learning and growth. When employees see a chance to develop their skills and advance in their careers, they're more likely to stay engaged. Applying motivation and engagement strategies. Imagine you're leading a sales team. Some members are intrinsically motivated by the challenge of meeting targets, while others are motivated by the possibility of earning bonuses. To keep everyone engaged. Tailored approach, understand what motivates each team member. Personalize your approach to cater to their intrinsic and extrinsic motivators. Regular check-ins, schedule regular one-on-one meetings. This is a chance to discuss progress, provide feedback, and address any challenges they're facing. Skill development, offer training opportunities to enhance their sales skills. When team members feel they're growing, they're more likely to stay engaged and motivated. Inspiring the best in your team. Motivation and employee engagement go hand in hand. By creating an environment where team members feel valued, empowered, and connected to the organization's mission, you'll foster a culture of high performance and dedication. In our next episode, we'll delve into the fascinating topic of organizational culture and change management. Get ready to explore how leadership shapes the very essence of an organization and drives successful change initiatives. Until then, keep fueling that motivation and nurturing engagement within your team. Leadership and organizational behavior, organizational culture and change management. Welcome back to our journey through leadership and organizational behavior. In this episode, we're delving into the captivating realm of organizational culture and change management. Imagine having the ability to shape a workplace culture that inspires innovation and effectively managing change to steer your organization towards success. Let's explore these concepts in a relatable and practical way. Understanding organizational culture. Think of organizational culture as the collective personality of your workplace. It's the shared values, beliefs, behaviors, and norms that define how things are done within your organization. Just like each person has their own personality, every organization has its unique culture. The importance of culture. Organizational culture plays a significant role in how employees interact, make decisions, and approach their work. A positive culture can boost morale, increase productivity, and attract top talent. On the other hand, a toxic culture can lead to high turnover and hinder innovation. Shaping organizational culture. As a leader, you're a culture cultivator. Here's how you can shape and influence your organization's culture. Lead by example, your actions speak louder than words. Model the behaviors and values you want to see in your team. Clear communication, communicate the organization's values and expectations clearly. When everyone is on the same page, it's easier to build a consistent culture. Recognition and rewards, celebrate behaviors that align with the desired culture. Recognize and reward employees who embody the values you're trying to promote. Encourage collaboration, foster an environment where collaboration is valued. When team members work together, it promotes a sense of unity and teamwork. Navigating change successfully. Change is inevitable in any organization. Whether it's implementing new processes, adopting new technologies, or responding to market shifts, change can be challenging. Effective change management is about guiding your team through these transitions smoothly. The change curve. Imagine change as a journey. The change curve describes the emotional stages people go through during change. Denial. At first, there's resistance and denial. People might feel uncertain or even threatened by the change. Resistance. As reality sets in, resistance grows. People may be anxious about how the change will affect them. Exploration. Eventually, curiosity takes over. People start exploring the benefits and possibilities the change could bring. Commitment. Finally, with time, commitment sets in. People see the positive outcomes and embrace the change. Leading change effectively. Imagine your organization is transitioning to a new project management software. To lead this change effectively, communicate early. Start communicating about the change well in advance. Address concerns and provide ample information. Involve employees in the change process. Their input can provide valuable insights and make them feel more invested. Training and support. Provide training and support to help employees adapt to the new software. This reduces frustration and increases acceptance. Crafting a positive organizational culture amid change. Organizational culture and change management are interconnected. During times of change, your organization's culture can be a source of stability and support. By fostering a culture of openness, adaptability, and collaboration, you'll make it easier for your team to embrace and navigate change successfully. In our next episode, we'll explore the fascinating topic of leadership styles and situational leadership. Get ready to uncover the various ways leaders can guide their teams based on the context and needs. Until then, keep nurturing that positive culture and guiding your team through change with confidence. Leadership and organizational behavior, leadership styles and situational leadership. Welcome back to our exploration of leadership and organizational behavior. In this episode, we're diving into the intriguing world of leadership styles and situational leadership. Imagine having a toolbox of leadership approaches to use depending on the situation, empowering you to guide your team effectively through various challenges. Let's break down these concepts in an approachable and practical manner. Understanding leadership styles. Think of leadership styles as a collection of different hats you can wear as a leader. Each style comes with its own set of behaviors, attitudes, and ways of interacting with your team. Your choice of style can have a significant impact on team dynamics and outcomes. Common leadership styles. Let's take a glimpse at some common leadership styles. Autocratic. In this style, the leader makes decisions on their own and expects strict adherence to their directions. Democratic. A democratic leader involves the team in decision-making, valuing input and collective opinions. Laissez-faire. This style gives team members a high degree of autonomy, allowing them to make decisions independently. Transformational. Transformational leaders inspire and motivate their teams to achieve beyond what's expected. Transactional. Transactional leaders focus on rewarding or correcting behaviors based on predetermined goals and rules. The art of situational leadership. Imagine you're a captain navigating a ship through various weather conditions. Just as you adjust your tactics based on the situation, leaders must adapt their style to fit the context and the needs of their team members. Situational leadership model. The situational leadership model suggests that the best leadership style depends on the maturity level of your team members and the task at hand. Maturity, in this case, refers to a team member's competence and commitment. Directing. For inexperienced team members, a leader might use a more directive approach, providing clear instructions and close supervision. Coaching. As team members gain skills but still lack confidence, coaching becomes important. Leaders offer guidance and support. Supporting, when team members are competent but hesitant, a supportive approach encourages them to take ownership of tasks. Delegating, highly capable and confident team members require minimal supervision. Delegating tasks empowers them to make decisions independently. Applying leadership styles and situational leadership. Imagine you're leading a team of software developers. A new project is underway, and some team members are experienced while others are new to the technology. Applying situational leadership. Directing, for the newcomers, provide clear instructions and closely monitor their progress. Coaching, with those who have some experience, offer guidance and resources to help them develop their skills. Supporting, as team members gain confidence, be available to provide encouragement and assistance when needed. Delegating, for the highly skilled developers, trust them to take ownership of their tasks and make decisions. Balancing leadership styles for success. Leadership styles are tools in your toolkit. Effective leaders don't just stick to one style, they flex their approach based on the situation and the people involved. By mastering different styles and applying situational leadership, you'll be equipped to lead your team through a wide range of challenges with confidence. In our next episode, we'll explore the world of virtual teams and the unique challenges and opportunities they present. Get ready to uncover strategies for leading teams across geographical boundaries. Until then, keep refining your leadership toolbox and embracing versatility in your leadership style. Leadership and organizational behavior, leading virtual teams. Welcome back to our journey through leadership and organizational behavior. In this episode, we're venturing into the dynamic realm of leading virtual teams. Imagine mastering the art of guiding teams spread across different locations, time zones, and cultures. Let's dive into these concepts in a relatable and practical way. The rise of virtual teams. Picture a team that doesn't share an office space. Instead, team members are spread across different cities or even countries, connected by technology. These are virtual teams, and they're becoming increasingly common in our globalized world. Challenges and opportunities. Leading virtual teams comes with its own set of challenges and advantages. On one hand, you have the opportunity to tap into diverse talents from around the world. On the other, you must navigate communication barriers, time zone differences, and the absence of face-to-face interaction. Effective leadership for virtual teams. As a leader of a virtual team, your role is to create a cohesive and collaborative environment despite the physical distance. Here's how. Clear communication. Establish clear communication channels. Leverage video calls, instant messaging, and project management tools to keep everyone connected. Set expectations. Define roles, responsibilities, and expectations right from the start. This reduces confusion and ensures alignment. Cultural sensitivity. Respect and understand cultural differences. Virtual teams often consist of members from diverse backgrounds, so cultural awareness is crucial. Trust and autonomy. Trust your team members and give them autonomy. Micromanagement can hinder productivity in a virtual setting. Overcoming communication challenges. Imagine you're leading a virtual marketing team. Half the team is in New York, and the other half is in London. To bridge the communication gap. Regular check-ins. Schedule regular video calls to discuss progress, address concerns, and maintain a sense of connection. Visual tools. Use visual tools like digital whiteboards or screen sharing to enhance collaboration during meetings. Transparency. Be transparent about project updates, changes, and challenges. This ensures everyone is on the same page. Embracing technology for success. Virtual teams thrive on technology. From project management tools to video conferencing software, these tools bridge the geographical gap and enable seamless communication. By harnessing the power of technology, you can create an environment where virtual teams can work together as effectively as if they were in the same room. Fostering team cohesion. Leading virtual teams requires a unique blend of adaptability and sensitivity. By fostering a sense of belonging, providing clear guidance, and leveraging technology to bridge distances, you can create a virtual team that's engaged, motivated, and productive. In our next episode, we'll explore the realm of ethical leadership and corporate social responsibility. Get ready to delve into the role of ethics in leadership and how leaders can drive positive change in their organizations and society. Until then, keep mastering the art of leading virtual teams and embracing the challenges and opportunities they present. Leadership and organizational behavior, ethical leadership and corporate social responsibility. Welcome back to our exploration of leadership and organizational behavior. In this episode, we're delving into the thought-provoking world of ethical leadership and corporate social responsibility. Imagine being a leader who not only drives business success, but also fosters a culture of ethics and social impact. Let's delve into these concepts in an approachable and meaningful way. Understanding ethical leadership. Imagine ethical leadership as a moral compass guiding your actions as a leader. It's about making decisions that are not only beneficial for the organization but also aligned with principles of integrity, fairness, and honesty. Why ethical leadership matters. Ethical leadership is more than just a buzzword. It shapes the organization's culture, influences employee behavior, and impacts the trust stakeholders place in the organization. When leaders demonstrate ethical behavior, it sets a powerful example for the entire team. Principles of ethical leadership. Ethical leadership is built on principles that guide decision-making. Integrity, upholding honesty and transparency in all actions, even when faced with difficult choices. Respect, treating all individuals with dignity and respect, regardless of their background or status. Fairness, ensuring equitable treatment and opportunities for everyone, fostering a sense of justice. Accountability, taking responsibility for one's actions and decisions, whether they lead to success or setbacks. Corporate social responsibility, CSR. Imagine CSR as an organization's commitment to contribute positively to society beyond its financial interests. It involves taking actions that benefit not only the bottom line but also the environment, community, and stakeholders. Ethical leadership in CSR. As a leader, you play a critical role in shaping your organization's approach to CSR. Environmental sustainability. Encourage practices that reduce the organization's ecological footprint, such as recycling and energy efficiency. Community engagement. Foster relationships with local communities through initiatives like volunteering and supporting local causes. Ethical sourcing. Ensure that the organization's products and services are sourced ethically, without exploiting workers or harming the environment. Balancing ethical leadership and business goals. Imagine you're the CEO of a manufacturing company. You face a decision: should you cut costs by using cheaper materials that might not be environmentally friendly? Ethical leadership would prompt you to consider both the financial impact and the long-term consequences for the environment and stakeholders. Inspiring ethical leadership. Ethical leadership is not just a philosophy, it's a practice that requires constant self-reflection and commitment. By modeling ethical behavior, making principled decisions, and promoting corporate social responsibility, you can create a workplace culture that values integrity, accountability, and positive social impact. In our next episode, we'll explore the fascinating topic of emotional intelligence and its role in leadership effectiveness. Get ready to uncover how understanding and managing emotions can enhance your leadership skills. Until then, keep nurturing your ethical leadership compass and striving for a positive impact on both your organization and society. Leadership and organizational behavior, emotional intelligence and leadership effectiveness. Welcome back to our exploration of leadership and organizational behavior. In this episode, we're delving into the intriguing world of emotional intelligence and its role in leadership effectiveness. Imagine becoming a leader who not only understands their own emotions but also navigates interpersonal dynamics with finesse. Let's dive into these concepts in a relatable and practical manner. Understanding emotional intelligence, EI. Imagine emotional intelligence as the ability to recognize, understand, and manage both your own emotions and the emotions of others. It's like having a radar that helps you navigate the often complex world of human interactions. Why emotional intelligence matters for leaders. Effective leadership isn't just about making strategic decisions, it's also about inspiring and connecting with your team. Emotional intelligence enables you to do just that by fostering meaningful relationships and creating a positive work environment. Components of emotional intelligence. Emotional intelligence comprises several key components. Self-awareness, understanding your own emotions and their impact on your behavior and decisions. Self-regulation, managing your emotions effectively and responding to situations with control and composure. Empathy, being able to understand and relate to the emotions of others, putting yourself in their shoes. Social skills, building and maintaining strong relationships, communicating effectively, and resolving conflicts. Applying emotional intelligence in leadership. Imagine you're a project manager leading a team on a challenging project. Your team members are feeling stressed due to tight deadlines. Applying emotional intelligence. Self-awareness, recognize your own stress and manage it to avoid negatively impacting the team's morale. Empathy, understand your team's feelings and concerns. Show empathy by acknowledging their challenges and offering support. Social skills, communicate openly about the situation, listen to their feedback, and collaborate to find solutions. Cultivating emotional intelligence. Emotional intelligence is a skill that can be developed over time. Self-reflection, regularly assess your emotional reactions and behaviors. Identify areas for improvement. Active listening, pay close attention to others' emotions and perspectives during conversations. Feedback, welcome constructive feedback from others to gain insights into how your emotions affect them. Leading with emotional intelligence. Effective leadership requires more than just technical expertise. It demands a deep understanding of human behavior and emotions. By honing your emotional intelligence, you can inspire trust, build strong relationships, and navigate the complexities of teamwork with grace and finesse. In our next episode, we'll explore the fascinating world of leadership development and succession planning. Get ready to uncover strategies for identifying and nurturing future leaders within your organization. Until then, keep refining your emotional intelligence and connecting with your team on a deeper level. Leadership and organizational behavior, leadership development and succession planning. Welcome back to our exploration of leadership and organizational behavior. In this episode, we're delving into the critical world of leadership development and succession planning. Imagine having a strategy in place to identify and nurture future leaders within your organization. Let's break down these concepts in an approachable and practical manner. The importance of leadership development. Imagine your organization as a garden. Just as a garden needs nurturing and care to grow, your workforce requires development to reach its full potential. Leadership development is the process of enhancing the skills, knowledge, and abilities of potential leaders. Why leadership development matters. Effective leadership is a cornerstone of organizational success. By investing in leadership development, you ensure a steady supply of capable leaders who can guide your organization through challenges and opportunities. Identifying potential leaders. Not everyone with leadership potential wears a manager's badge. Potential leaders can be found at all levels of your organization. Look for individuals who demonstrate initiative. They take the lead on projects and show a willingness to go beyond their job descriptions. Adaptability. They handle change and uncertainty with grace, adjusting their approach as needed. Problem-solving skills. They are adept at finding solutions to complex issues. Interpersonal skills. They build strong relationships and effectively communicate with others. Nurturing leadership talent. Once you've identified potential leaders, it's essential to nurture their growth. Mentorship. Pair them with experienced mentors who can provide guidance and share wisdom. Training and development programs. Invest in leadership training programs that cover essential skills like communication, decision-making, and conflict resolution. Challenging assignments. Give them opportunities to lead projects or teams, providing valuable experience. Succession planning. Preparing for the future. Succession planning is like having a backup plan for your leadership team. It involves identifying individuals who can step into key leadership roles if needed due to retirements, promotions, or unexpected departures. The benefits of succession planning. A well-executed succession plan ensures a smooth transition of leadership, maintains stability, and minimizes disruptions during leadership changes. It's like ensuring that the ship continues to sail even when the captain changes. Creating a succession plan. Imagine you're the HR manager of a growing tech company. Here's how you might create a succession plan for your senior software development manager. Identify high-potential employees. Look at your team and identify employees with strong technical skills, leadership potential, and a good cultural fit. Provide training and development. Offer training in leadership skills and assign a mentor from the current manager's team. Regularly review progress. Continuously assess the potential leader's growth and readiness to take on the role. Document the plan. Ensure all details of the succession plan are documented, including timelines and responsibilities. Cultivating a leadership pipeline. Leadership development and succession planning go hand in hand. By cultivating a pipeline of leaders through development programs and having a solid succession plan in place, you can ensure that your organization is prepared for whatever leadership transitions may come its way. In our next episode, we'll explore the intriguing world of cross-cultural leadership. Get ready to understand how to lead diverse teams effectively and navigate the challenges and opportunities that come with a multicultural workforce. Until then, keep nurturing the leadership potential within your organization and preparing for a bright future. Leadership and organizational behavior, cross-cultural leadership. Welcome back to our exploration of leadership and organizational behavior. In this episode, we're delving into the captivating world of cross-cultural leadership. Imagine becoming a leader who can harness the power of diversity and lead effectively in a globalized environment. Let's dive into these concepts in an approachable and enlightening manner. Navigating cultural diversity. Imagine your organization as a tapestry woven with threads of different cultures, languages, and backgrounds. Cross-cultural leadership involves understanding and leveraging these differences to create a cohesive and thriving team. The impact of culture on leadership. Culture shapes the way people think, communicate, and interact. As a leader, understanding cultural nuances is essential to fostering a harmonious and productive environment. Cultural intelligence, CQ. Think of cultural intelligence as your ability to adapt and interact effectively in diverse cultural contexts. Just as you develop intelligence in other areas, you can enhance your cultural intelligence to lead cross-cultural teams successfully. Strategies for cross-cultural leadership. Here are some strategies to help you lead cross-cultural teams effectively. Cultural awareness. Educate yourself about the cultures represented in your team. Understand their communication styles, values, and norms. Open communication. Encourage open dialogue about cultural differences. This helps dispel misunderstandings and promotes a culture of inclusion. Flexibility. Be flexible in your leadership approach. Different cultures respond to various leadership styles, so adapt accordingly. Conflict resolution. Cultural differences can lead to conflicts. Address conflicts promptly and with cultural sensitivity. Leading virtual cross-cultural teams. Imagine you're leading a virtual team with members from the US, China, and Brazil. To lead effectively. Time zones. Respect different time zones and schedule meetings at a time that's reasonable for everyone. Communication. Be clear in your communication, especially in writing. Consider language differences and use straightforward language. Cultural norms. Be aware of cultural norms, such as communication hierarchy or directness, to avoid misunderstandings. Embracing diversity for success. Cross-cultural leadership isn't just about avoiding cultural clashes, it's about leveraging diversity for innovation and growth. When people from different backgrounds come together, they bring unique perspectives that can lead to creative solutions and better decision-making. Fostering inclusivity. As a cross-cultural leader, your role is to create an environment where all team members feel valued and included. By embracing diversity, adapting your leadership style, and promoting cultural intelligence, you can lead your team to success in today's globalized world. In our next episode, we'll delve into the captivating world of leadership in crisis and change. Get ready to uncover strategies for leading your team through challenging times and driving successful change initiatives. Until then, keep embracing diversity and leading with cultural sensitivity. Leadership and organizational behavior, leadership in crisis and change. Welcome back to our exploration of leadership and organizational behavior. In this episode, we're delving into the intriguing world of leadership in crisis and change. Imagine becoming a leader who can steer your team through uncertainty and guide successful transformations. Let's dive into these concepts in an approachable and enlightening manner. Leadership in times of crisis. Imagine a stormy sea where waves of uncertainty and challenges crash against your organization. Crisis situations can range from financial downturns to unexpected events like a global pandemic. Effective leadership during these times is like being the captain who navigates the ship through rough waters. Key strategies for crisis leadership. Here are some strategies to effectively lead your team through a crisis. Clear communication. Keep your team informed about the situation, the steps being taken, and the potential impact. Transparency builds trust. Decisive action. Make informed decisions promptly. Inaction can lead to more chaos and confusion. Empathy and support. Understand that your team members might be feeling anxious or stressed. Offer emotional support and show that you care about their well-being. Leading successful change initiatives. Imagine your organization is a river, constantly flowing and evolving. Change is a natural part of this flow, whether it's implementing new processes, technology, or strategies. Effective change leadership is like being the navigator who guides the river in a new direction. Navigating the change curve. Remember the change curve from earlier? During change, your team might experience stages of denial, resistance, exploration, and commitment. As a leader, your role is to guide them through these stages with patience and clarity. Involving stakeholders. Engaging stakeholders, those affected by the change, is crucial. Involve them in the change process by seeking their input, addressing their concerns, and keeping them informed. This promotes a sense of ownership and reduces resistance. Balancing stability and innovation. Change can be disruptive, but it's also an opportunity for innovation. As a change leader, you need to strike a balance between maintaining stability and encouraging innovation. Too much change can lead to chaos, while too little can result in stagnation. Creating a resilient team. During both crises and change, resilience is key. Imagine you're leading a team through a major restructuring. To foster resilience. Clear communication. Explain the reasons for the change and its potential benefits. Address concerns openly. Skill development. Offer training to help team members acquire new skills that the change requires. Celebrate progress. Celebrate milestones and successes along the way to boost morale. Embracing leadership in crisis and change. Leadership during crises and change requires adaptability, empathy, and strong communication skills. By remaining calm, making informed decisions, and guiding your team with a clear vision, you can steer your organization through turbulent times and emerge stronger on the other side. In our next episode, we'll delve into the intriguing world of authentic leadership and self-awareness. Get ready to uncover the importance of being true to yourself as a leader and understanding your strengths and areas for growth. Until then, keep embracing the challenges of crisis and change with confidence and resilience. Leadership and organizational behavior, authentic leadership and self-awareness. Welcome back to our exploration of leadership and organizational behavior. In this episode, we're delving into the captivating world of authentic leadership and self-awareness. Imagine becoming a leader who leads from the heart, stays true to their values, and fosters a culture of authenticity. Let's dive into these concepts in an approachable and inspiring manner. The essence of authentic leadership. Imagine authentic leadership as a journey inward, a path of self-discovery that leads to genuine and meaningful leadership. Authentic leaders are not afraid to show vulnerability and embrace their true selves. Why authentic leadership matters. Authentic leaders inspire trust, build strong relationships, and create an environment where team members feel valued. When leaders are authentic, they encourage their team members to be authentic as well. Self-awareness, the foundation of authenticity. Think of self-awareness as the cornerstone of authentic leadership. It involves knowing your strengths, weaknesses, values, and beliefs. When you're aware of who you are, you can lead with integrity and authenticity. Benefits of self-awareness for leadership. Self-awareness enhances leadership effectiveness in several ways. Better decision-making, understanding your values and motivations helps you make decisions aligned with your authentic self. Emotional regulation, being aware of your emotions allows you to manage them effectively, preventing impulsive reactions. Empathy, self-awareness enables you to understand and relate to the emotions of others. Fostering authenticity in leadership. Here are strategies to cultivate authenticity as a leader. Reflect on values, take time to identify your core values and how they align with your leadership role. Be open and vulnerable, don't be afraid to share your struggles and challenges. This encourages others to do the same. Seek feedback, ask for honest feedback from colleagues and team members to gain insights into how your actions align with your intentions. Leading by example. Imagine you're a manager leading a team. You're passionate about work-life balance, and you prioritize it for yourself. Your team members see this and feel empowered to prioritize their well-being too. This is authentic leadership in action. Authentic leadership in practice. Authentic leadership isn't about being perfect, it's about being genuine. Imagine you make a mistake as a leader. Instead of trying to cover it up, you admit it openly and work to find a solution. This vulnerability builds trust and shows that you're human. Embracing your authentic leadership journey. Authentic leadership is a lifelong journey of self-discovery and growth. By becoming self-aware, aligning your actions with your values, and fostering a culture of openness and authenticity, you can inspire your team to reach their full potential. In our next episode, we'll delve into the intriguing topic of gender and leadership. Get ready to explore the challenges and opportunities related to gender diversity in leadership roles. Until then, keep embracing your authentic leadership style and leading with integrity and heart. Leadership and organizational behavior, gender and leadership. Welcome back to our exploration of leadership and organizational behavior. In this episode, we're delving into the complex and important world of gender and leadership. Imagine becoming a leader who champions gender diversity, fosters inclusion, and creates a workplace where everyone has equal opportunities. Let's dive into these concepts in an approachable and enlightening manner. Understanding gender diversity in leadership. Imagine a diverse forest where different types of trees thrive together, each contributing its unique strengths to the ecosystem. Gender diversity in leadership is like nurturing such a diverse forest, it brings a variety of perspectives and talents to the table. The gender gap in leadership. Across many industries and organizations, there's a gender gap in leadership roles. This gap can be attributed to a variety of factors, including stereotypes, bias, and historical inequalities. The benefits of gender diversity in leadership. Research has shown that organizations benefit from gender-diverse leadership in several ways. Diverse perspectives. Gender diversity brings a wider range of viewpoints and ideas to decision-making. Better problem-solving. Diverse teams tend to be more innovative and better at solving complex problems. Improved performance. Gender-diverse companies often outperform those with less diversity. Challenges and barriers for women in leadership. Women can face unique challenges on their path to leadership, including stereotypes. Preconceived notions about gender roles can lead to bias in hiring and promotion. Work-life balance. Balancing leadership roles with family responsibilities can be challenging for women. Lack of representation. When women see few female leaders in their organizations, they may question their own potential for leadership. Promoting gender diversity as a leader. Here are strategies to foster gender diversity and inclusion as a leader. Equal opportunities. Ensure that all employees have equal access to training, development, and advancement opportunities. Diverse hiring. Promote diverse hiring practices to attract a variety of candidates. Mentorship and sponsorship. Encourage mentorship and sponsorship programs to support women's career growth. Leading by example. Imagine you're a CEO committed to gender diversity. You actively promote women into leadership roles, support flexible work arrangements, and advocate for equal pay. Your actions send a powerful message to the entire organization about the importance of gender diversity. Embracing inclusivity. Inclusivity goes beyond gender diversity. It's about creating an environment where everyone feels valued and has a sense of belonging. As a leader, your role is to champion inclusivity and ensure that all voices are heard and respected. Moving toward gender equality. Gender diversity in leadership is not just a goal, it's a journey. By recognizing the value of diverse perspectives, addressing bias and stereotypes, and actively promoting gender diversity, you can contribute to a more inclusive and equitable workplace. In our next episode, we'll explore the complex and thought-provoking topic of leadership ethics and decision-making. Get ready to delve into the ethical dilemmas leaders face and strategies for making morally sound decisions. Until then, keep championing gender diversity and inclusion in your leadership journey. Leadership and organizational behavior, leadership ethics and decision-making. Welcome back to our exploration of leadership and organizational behavior. In this episode, we're delving into the intriguing world of leadership ethics and decision-making. Imagine becoming a leader who navigates complex ethical dilemmas with integrity and makes morally sound decisions. Let's dive into these concepts in an approachable and thought-provoking manner. Ethics in leadership. Imagine ethics as the compass that guides your decisions and actions as a leader. Ethical leadership is about doing what's right, even when it's challenging, and fostering an environment of trust and integrity. The challenges of ethical decision-making. Leaders often face situations where there's no clear right or wrong answer. These ethical dilemmas can arise from conflicting interests, limited resources, or competing values. Ethical decision-making models. Ethical decision-making models provide frameworks to help leaders navigate complex situations. Utilitarianism focuses on maximizing overall happiness or utility for the greatest number of people. Deontology emphasizes following moral rules or principles regardless of the consequences. Virtue ethics centers on cultivating virtuous character traits in oneself and others. Integrity and transparency. Imagine you're a leader faced with a decision that could potentially benefit your organization financially but might harm the environment. As an ethically conscious leader, you weigh the short-term gain against the long-term consequences and prioritize transparency in your decision-making process. The role of corporate social responsibility, CSR. Ethical leadership and CSR often go hand in hand. When leaders prioritize ethical practices and consider the impact of their decisions on stakeholders and society, they contribute to the organization's reputation and long-term success. Fostering an ethical culture. As a leader, you play a significant role in shaping the ethical culture of your organization. Lead by example, model ethical behavior in your actions and decisions. Communication. Communicate openly about ethical standards and expectations. Training and education. Offer ethics training to ensure all employees understand the organization's values. Navigating ethical dilemmas. Imagine you're a manager faced with a decision that could potentially boost your team's performance, but requires bending the rules. You recognize that ethical leadership requires considering not only the immediate outcome but also the long-term consequences and potential harm to trust and integrity. Embracing ethical leadership. Ethical leadership is not just about following rules, it's about making choices that reflect your values and contribute positively to your organization and society. By understanding ethical theories, seeking guidance when faced with dilemmas, and fostering an ethical culture, you can lead with integrity and inspire trust. In our next episode, we'll delve into the captivating world of leadership communication and influence. Get ready to uncover strategies for developing effective communication skills to lead and inspire your team. Until then, keep honing your ethical decision-making abilities and leading with a strong moral compass. Leadership and organizational behavior, leadership communication and influence. Welcome back to our exploration of leadership and organizational behavior. In this episode, we're delving into the captivating world of leadership communication and influence. Imagine becoming a leader who communicates with impact and inspires their team to achieve greatness. Let's dive into these concepts in an approachable and empowering manner. The power of communication in leadership. Imagine communication as the bridge that connects your vision as a leader with the actions of your team. Effective leadership communication is about conveying your message clearly and inspiring others to follow your lead. Key elements of effective leadership communication. Here are some key elements to enhance your communication skills as a leader. Clarity. Express your ideas in a straightforward and understandable way. Avoid jargon or overly complex language. Active listening. Actively listen to your team members, showing that you value their input and perspectives. Empathy. Understand the emotions and concerns of your team and address them with compassion. Confidence. Project confidence in your words and actions. Confidence inspires trust. Adapting your communication style. Imagine you're leading a diverse team with members of different ages and backgrounds. Effective communication requires adapting your style to meet the needs of your audience. Some team members might prefer written communication, while others respond better to face-to-face discussions. Influence and persuasion. As a leader, your ability to influence and persuade others is a valuable skill. Imagine you're leading a team through a challenging project. To influence them. Highlight the benefits, clearly communicate how the project aligns with their personal goals and the organization's mission. Provide evidence, back up your proposals with data and examples to make your case more convincing. Build relationships. Strong relationships and trust are the foundation of influence. Invest time in building connections with your team. Communication in times of change. During times of change, effective communication is crucial. Imagine your organization is undergoing a major restructuring. Clear and consistent communication helps reduce anxiety and confusion among your team members. Conflict resolution and negotiation. Conflict is a natural part of organizational life. As a leader, your role is to address conflicts constructively. Imagine two team members are in disagreement. Your role is to facilitate a resolution by encouraging open dialogue, active listening, and compromise. Leading with storytelling. Storytelling is a powerful leadership tool. Imagine you're introducing a new company vision. Instead of presenting a list of facts and figures, you share a compelling story about the journey ahead. This emotional connection can inspire and motivate your team. Embracing effective leadership communication. Effective leadership communication is a skill that can be developed over time. By focusing on clarity, active listening, empathy, and adaptability, you can become a leader who communicates with impact and inspires positive change. In our next episode, we'll explore the fascinating world of power dynamics in leadership. Get ready to delve into the intricacies of power and influence in organizational leadership. Until then, keep honing your communication skills and using them to connect, inspire, and lead your team to success. Leadership and organizational behavior, leadership and power dynamics. Welcome back to our exploration of leadership and organizational behavior. In this episode, we're delving into the intriguing world of power dynamics in leadership. Imagine becoming a leader who understands the complexities of power and influence, and uses them to create positive change. Let's dive into these concepts in an approachable and enlightening manner. Understanding power in leadership. Imagine power as a double-edged sword. It can be used for both good and ill. Power in leadership refers to the ability to influence others' thoughts, actions, and decisions. It's a resource that, when wielded effectively, can drive positive outcomes. Sources of power. Leaders can derive power from various sources. Legitimate power, derived from one's formal position or role within an organization. Expert power, arises from one's knowledge, skills, and expertise. Referent power, comes from being admired and respected by others. Reward power, stems from the ability to provide rewards or benefits. Coercive power, involves the use of punishments or consequences. Balancing power and influence. Effective leaders strike a balance between using their power and influence to achieve goals while considering the needs and aspirations of their team members. Abuse of power. Imagine a leader who uses their power to intimidate or manipulate team members. This abuse of power can erode trust, hinder creativity, and lead to a toxic work environment. Empowerment and shared leadership. Empowering your team is a leadership approach that fosters collaboration and shared decision-making. Imagine your team feels valued and empowered to contribute their ideas and insights. This approach can lead to higher engagement and better results. Ethical use of power. Ethical leadership involves using power responsibly and for the greater good. Imagine you're a leader with the authority to allocate resources. Instead of favoring one team over another, you distribute resources based on merit and need. Navigating power dynamics. Imagine you're leading a team where there's tension between two members. One member has legitimate power due to their seniority, while the other has expert power due to their skills. As a leader, you must mediate the situation and ensure that both sources of power are recognized and valued. Using power to create positive change. Effective leaders use their power to drive positive change within their organizations. Imagine you're leading an initiative to improve sustainability practices. By using your expert power to educate and inspire your team, you can create a culture of environmental responsibility. Embracing balanced leadership. Leadership is not just about wielding power, it's about using it responsibly to achieve meaningful outcomes. By understanding the different sources of power, avoiding abuse, and promoting empowerment and ethical behavior, you can create a balanced and positive leadership dynamic. In our next episode, we'll delve into the exciting world of leadership in innovation and entrepreneurship. Get ready to explore how different leadership styles impact innovation and entrepreneurial ventures. Until then, keep harnessing the power of leadership to inspire and drive positive change. Leadership and organizational behavior, leadership in innovation and entrepreneurship. Welcome back to our exploration of leadership and organizational behavior. In this episode, we're delving into the dynamic world of leadership in innovation and entrepreneurship. Imagine becoming a leader who inspires innovation, fosters creativity, and guides entrepreneurial ventures to success. Let's dive into these concepts in an approachable and inspiring manner. Leadership in innovation and entrepreneurship. Imagine your organization as a garden where innovation and entrepreneurship are the seeds that can grow into vibrant, thriving plants. Leadership in this context involves nurturing these seeds and creating an environment where they can flourish. Fostering a culture of innovation. Innovation thrives in a culture that encourages creativity and risk-taking. As a leader, you can foster this culture by encouraging creativity, create opportunities for brainstorming and idea generation. Embracing failure, encourage experimentation and view failure as a learning opportunity. Providing resources, allocate resources, such as time and budget, for innovation projects. Recognizing and rewarding innovation, acknowledge and reward innovative ideas and efforts. Leadership styles in innovation. Different leadership styles can impact innovation in various ways. Transformational leadership inspires and motivates teams to think creatively and push boundaries. Servant leadership supports the needs of the team and empowers them to innovate. Laissez-faire leadership allows team members a high degree of autonomy and freedom to innovate. Entrepreneurial leadership. Entrepreneurial leadership involves leading with an entrepreneurial mindset, even within established organizations. Imagine you're leading a team tasked with launching a new product line. An entrepreneurial leader would take calculated risks, be willing to take risks while considering potential rewards. Seize opportunities, identify and capitalize on market opportunities. Adapt to change, be flexible and adaptable in response to market shifts. Promote innovation, encourage innovative thinking and problem solving. Leading innovation teams. Leading teams involved in innovation and entrepreneurship can be challenging. Imagine you're leading a cross-functional team responsible for developing a groundbreaking product. Your role is to provide guidance and support while allowing team members the autonomy to explore creative solutions. Embracing entrepreneurial thinking. Entrepreneurial thinking is not limited to startups, it can be applied within larger organizations to drive growth and innovation. As a leader, adopting an entrepreneurial mindset means being open to change, willing to take calculated risks, and continuously seeking opportunities for growth and improvement. Balancing risk and reward. Imagine you're leading an entrepreneurial project that involves a significant investment. As a leader, you must assess the risks and potential rewards carefully. Effective leadership in entrepreneurship involves striking a balance between taking calculated risks and ensuring the project aligns with the organization's goals. Embracing leadership in innovation and entrepreneurship. Leadership in innovation and entrepreneurship is about creating a fertile ground for creativity, taking calculated risks, and driving growth. By fostering a culture of innovation, embracing entrepreneurial thinking, and providing guidance to innovation teams, you can lead your organization toward exciting possibilities and sustainable growth. In our next episode, we'll delve into the fascinating world of leadership coaching and development. Get ready to explore coaching techniques to foster leadership growth in yourself and others. Until then, keep fostering innovation, embracing entrepreneurial thinking, and inspiring your teams to reach new heights. Leadership and organizational behavior, leadership coaching and development. Welcome back to our exploration of leadership and organizational behavior. In this episode, we're delving into the transformative world of leadership coaching and development. Imagine becoming a leader who not only grows personally but also empowers others to unleash their full potential. Let's dive into these concepts in an approachable and empowering manner. The power of leadership coaching. Imagine leadership coaching as a guiding light that illuminates the path to growth and development. Leadership coaches provide support, feedback, and guidance to help leaders enhance their skills and achieve their goals. Benefits of leadership coaching. Leadership coaching offers several benefits. Self-awareness. Coaches help leaders gain insight into their strengths and areas for improvement. Skill enhancement. Coaches provide targeted feedback and strategies to improve leadership skills. Goal achievement. Coaches help leaders set and achieve meaningful professional goals. Coaching techniques for leaders. Here are some coaching techniques leaders can use to develop themselves and others. Active listening. Practice attentive and non-judgmental listening to understand others' perspectives. Powerful questions. Ask open-ended questions that encourage reflection and deeper thinking. Feedback and feed forward. Provide constructive feedback on past performance and suggestions for future improvement. Goal setting. Collaborate with team members to set clear and achievable goals. Developing leadership skills. Imagine you're a leader seeking to enhance your communication skills. A leadership coach might guide you through role-playing exercises, offer feedback on your communication style, and help you develop strategies for more effective communication. Coaching others to lead. As a leader, you can use coaching techniques to develop the leadership skills of your team members. Imagine you're coaching an emerging leader to improve their delegation skills. By providing guidance, feedback, and opportunities for practice, you help them grow into a more effective leader. Leading with a coaching mindset. Imagine you're a manager who approaches your team with a coaching mindset. Instead of simply giving instructions, you ask questions that encourage your team members to think critically and solve problems independently. This approach empowers them and fosters a culture of continuous learning. Embracing continuous growth. Leadership development is a journey, not a destination. Whether you're seeking coaching for yourself or providing it to others, remember that growth takes time and effort. By embracing a mindset of continuous improvement, you can become a more effective and impactful leader. Creating a culture of development. Imagine your organization as a garden where leadership skills are nurtured and cultivated. By fostering a culture that values learning, growth, and coaching, you can create an environment where leaders at all levels are empowered to reach their full potential. In our next episode, we'll explore the unique challenges and opportunities of leadership in nonprofit and public sectors. Get ready to delve into the intricacies of leadership in contexts beyond the corporate world. Until then, keep honing your coaching skills and leading with a commitment to personal and professional development. Leadership and organizational behavior. Leadership in nonprofit and public sectors. Welcome back to our exploration of leadership and organizational behavior. In this episode, we're delving into the dynamic world of leadership in nonprofit and public sectors. Imagine becoming a leader who makes a positive impact on society, drives social change, and navigates the unique challenges of these contexts. Let's dive into these concepts in an approachable and enlightening manner. Leadership in nonprofit and public sectors. Imagine the nonprofit and public sectors as landscapes where leaders work to address societal challenges and improve the well-being of communities. Leadership in these sectors requires a unique set of skills and a deep commitment to the greater good. Mission-driven leadership. Leaders in nonprofit and public sectors are guided by a strong sense of mission. Imagine you're leading a nonprofit organization dedicated to providing clean water to underserved communities. Your passion for the mission drives your decisions and motivates your team. Balancing stakeholder needs. In these sectors, leaders must balance the needs and expectations of various stakeholders, including donors, government agencies, and the community. Imagine you're leading a public health initiative. Your decisions must align with government regulations, while also meeting the needs of the community you serve. Funding and resource challenges. Imagine you're leading a nonprofit that relies on donations to fund its programs. The challenge of securing consistent funding requires creative approaches, strategic partnerships, and efficient resource management. Measuring impact and accountability. Leaders in these sectors face the task of measuring and demonstrating their impact. Imagine you're leading a public education program. You must track outcomes to show how your initiatives contribute to positive educational outcomes in the community. Leadership ethics and transparency. Ethical leadership is of utmost importance in nonprofit and public sectors. Imagine you're leading an organization that supports vulnerable populations. Transparency in financial management and decision-making is crucial to maintaining trust among stakeholders. Adaptive leadership. Adaptive leadership is essential in these sectors, where complex challenges often require innovative solutions. Imagine you're leading an organization focused on disaster relief. You must be agile and willing to adjust your strategies in response to evolving situations. Collaboration and partnerships. Imagine you're leading a public sector initiative to combat homelessness. Collaboration with other organizations, government agencies, and community stakeholders is essential to address such complex social issues. Embracing leadership for social impact. Leadership in nonprofit and public sectors requires a deep sense of purpose, resilience, and a commitment to making a positive impact. By aligning your decisions with your mission, fostering collaboration, and upholding ethical standards, you can lead with integrity and drive meaningful change. In our next episode, we'll explore the dynamic world of adaptive leadership. Get ready to dive into the principles of adaptability and flexibility in leadership to navigate complex and changing environments. Until then, keep embracing your role as a leader for social impact and positive change. Leadership and organizational behavior, adaptive leadership. Welcome back to our exploration of leadership and organizational behavior. In this episode, we're delving into the dynamic world of adaptive leadership. Imagine becoming a leader who navigates complex and changing environments with flexibility, creativity, and resilience. Let's dive into these concepts in an approachable and enlightening manner. Understanding adaptive leadership. Imagine adaptive leadership as the compass that guides you through uncharted territories. In a world characterized by rapid change and uncertainty, adaptive leaders are like skilled navigators who can adjust their course to reach their destination. Navigating complexity and change. Adaptive leadership is about leading effectively when facing complex challenges and constant change. Imagine you're leading a team through a major industry disruption. As an adaptive leader, you must be willing to embrace change, experiment with new strategies, and learn from failures. Key principles of adaptive leadership. Here are some key principles to guide you in adaptive leadership. Diagnosing the situation, understand the nature of the challenge and its impact on your team and organization. Experimenting with solutions, be willing to try new approaches and learn from the outcomes. Reflecting and learning, continuously reflect on your experiences and adjust your strategies based on what you've learned. Balancing stability and change. Imagine you're leading a team during a time of significant organizational change. Adaptive leaders strike a balance between maintaining stability and introducing new initiatives. This balance helps prevent overwhelm and resistance from team members. Embracing uncertainty. Adaptive leaders thrive in uncertainty. Imagine you're leading a team through a period of economic volatility. Instead of being paralyzed by uncertainty, you approach it as an opportunity to innovate and explore new possibilities. Leading through crisis. Crisis situations demand adaptive leadership. Imagine you're leading an organization through a sudden crisis. Your role as an adaptive leader involves remaining calm, making quick decisions, and communicating effectively to guide your team through the storm. Empowering others. Adaptive leadership involves empowering your team members to take ownership of challenges and solutions. Imagine you're leading a project team. Instead of providing all the answers, you encourage team members to contribute their insights and ideas to navigate challenges collectively. Embracing continuous learning. Imagine adaptive leadership as a lifelong learning journey. By staying curious, seeking new perspectives, and being open to feedback, you can continuously refine your adaptive leadership skills. Embodying adaptive leadership. Adaptive leaders are like skilled dancers, adjusting their steps to the rhythm of change. By diagnosing challenges, experimenting with solutions, embracing uncertainty, and empowering others, you can become a leader who navigates complexity with grace and resilience. In our next episode, we'll explore the concept of resilience in leadership. Get ready to uncover strategies for developing resilience to cope with challenges and setbacks. Until then, keep embracing the dynamic nature of adaptive leadership and inspiring your teams to thrive in a changing world. Leadership and organizational behavior, resilience and leadership. Welcome back to our exploration of leadership and organizational behavior. In this episode, we're delving into the vital concept of resilience in leadership. Imagine becoming a leader who faces challenges and setbacks with strength, adapts to adversity, and guides their team through turbulent times. Let's dive into these concepts in an approachable and empowering manner. Understanding resilience in leadership. Imagine resilience as the anchor that keeps you steady when the waves of adversity crash around you. Resilient leaders possess the ability to bounce back from setbacks, remain adaptable, and lead with strength during difficult times. The importance of resilience. Leadership is not immune to challenges and setbacks. Resilient leaders are better equipped to handle stress, uncertainty, and unexpected obstacles, ultimately guiding their teams through tough situations. Developing resilience skills. Here are some resilience skills that leaders can develop. Positive mindset. Cultivate a positive outlook that focuses on solutions rather than dwelling on problems. Adaptability. Embrace change and demonstrate flexibility in the face of uncertainty. Problem solving. Develop strong problem-solving skills to address challenges effectively. Self-care. Prioritize self-care to maintain your physical and mental well-being. Leading by example. Imagine you're a leader facing a major setback. By maintaining a positive attitude, seeking solutions, and showing resilience, you inspire your team to follow your lead. Navigating crisis with resilience. During times of crisis, resilient leadership is essential. Imagine you're leading a team through a significant disruption. As a resilient leader, you communicate openly, provide support, and lead by example, guiding your team through the storm. Fostering resilience in your team. Imagine you're leading a team that's dealing with a challenging project. By promoting a culture of open communication, offering resources for stress management, and recognizing team members' efforts, you empower your team to develop their own resilience. Building emotional resilience. Emotional resilience involves managing and regulating your emotions during tough times. Imagine you're leading a team through a period of uncertainty. By staying composed, expressing empathy, and managing stress, you set an example for your team to follow. Embracing resilient leadership. Resilient leaders are like pillars of strength in turbulent waters. By developing a positive mindset, embracing adaptability, and fostering resilience in yourself and your team, you can guide your organization through challenges and inspire growth. In our next episode, we'll explore the fascinating world of leadership and diversity. Get ready to uncover strategies for fostering inclusivity, leveraging diversity, and leading with cultural awareness. Until then, keep embracing the power of resilience in your leadership journey and inspiring your teams to overcome adversity. Leadership and organizational behavior, leadership and diversity. Welcome back to our exploration of leadership and organizational behavior. In this episode, we're delving into the enriching world of leadership and diversity. Imagine becoming a leader who fosters inclusivity, embraces cultural differences, and harnesses the power of diverse perspectives to drive success. Let's dive into these concepts in an approachable and inspiring manner. Understanding diversity in leadership. Imagine diversity as a tapestry woven from various threads of culture, background, and experience. Leadership that embraces diversity recognizes the value of different perspectives and seeks to create an inclusive environment for all. The power of inclusivity. Inclusive leadership involves ensuring that all voices are heard, valued, and respected. Imagine you're leading a diverse team. Your commitment to inclusivity ensures that each team member's contributions are recognized and appreciated. Cultural intelligence. Cultural intelligence is the ability to understand, appreciate, and adapt to different cultural contexts. Imagine you're leading a global team. Your cultural intelligence allows you to navigate cultural nuances, communicate effectively, and build strong relationships. Leveraging diversity for innovation. Diverse teams are often more innovative and creative. Imagine you're leading a team tasked with generating new ideas. By bringing together individuals from different backgrounds and experiences, you create a fertile ground for innovation. Addressing unconscious bias. Unconscious bias refers to the automatic, often unintentional judgments we make about others based on their characteristics. Imagine you're a leader committed to addressing bias within your team. By promoting awareness, offering bias training, and creating a culture of openness, you work to eliminate bias and promote fair treatment. Fostering an inclusive culture. Imagine you're a leader focused on creating an inclusive culture. You encourage open dialogue, provide resources for diversity education, and ensure that all team members have equal opportunities for growth and advancement. Leading with empathy. Empathetic leadership involves understanding and relating to the experiences of others. Imagine you're leading a diverse team that's navigating a challenging project. By showing empathy and understanding individual perspectives, you create a supportive environment. Embracing leadership with diversity. Leadership that embraces diversity is like a mosaic of varied colors, each contributing to a beautiful and harmonious whole. By promoting inclusivity, developing cultural intelligence, leveraging diversity for innovation, and addressing bias, you can become a leader who fosters a culture of respect and empowerment. In our final episode, we'll explore the exciting concept of leadership in global organizations. Get ready to uncover the unique challenges and skills required for leading in a global business environment. Until then, keep celebrating diversity, fostering inclusivity, and inspiring your teams to reach new heights of success. Leadership and organizational behavior. Leadership in global organizations. Welcome back to our exploration of leadership and organizational behavior. In this final episode, we're delving into the dynamic world of leadership in global organizations. Imagine becoming a leader who navigates cultural complexities, embraces diversity, and leads effectively in a global business environment. Let's dive into these concepts in an approachable and enlightening manner. Leading in a global business environment. Imagine the global business environment as a vast, interconnected web of cultures, economies, and markets. Leadership in this context requires a deep understanding of cultural nuances, effective communication skills, and the ability to adapt to diverse perspectives. Cultural intelligence in global leadership. Cultural intelligence is the key to successful global leadership. Imagine you're leading a team with members from different countries. Your cultural intelligence allows you to navigate cultural differences, communicate respectfully, and build strong relationships. Cross-cultural communication. Effective communication across cultures involves more than just language. It's about understanding communication styles, nonverbal cues, and cultural norms. Imagine you're negotiating a business deal in a foreign country. Your ability to adapt your communication approach can make all the difference. Embracing diversity in global leadership. Imagine your global team as a tapestry woven from diverse backgrounds. Embracing diversity in leadership means valuing each team member's unique perspective and leveraging their strengths for the benefit of the organization. Navigating time zones and virtual teams. Global leadership often involves leading virtual teams across different time zones. Imagine you're coordinating a project with team members in different countries. Your leadership skills include orchestrating communication, setting expectations, and fostering collaboration despite geographical barriers. Global leadership styles. Leadership styles that work well in one culture may not be as effective in another. Imagine you're leading a team in a collectivist culture where teamwork is highly valued. Your leadership style might emphasize collaboration and group decision-making. Building cross-cultural relationships. Imagine you're establishing a partnership with a foreign company. Building cross-cultural relationships involves taking the time to understand each other's values, customs, and business practices, ultimately fostering trust and collaboration. Embracing leadership in a global context. Global leadership is like a journey around the world, with each destination offering new insights and challenges. By developing cultural intelligence, adapting your communication style, embracing diversity, and building strong relationships, you can become a leader who thrives in the global business environment. Reflecting on your leadership journey. As we conclude our journey through the world of leadership and organizational behavior, take a moment to reflect on what you've learned. Imagine you're writing your leadership reflection and development plan, outlining your strengths, areas for growth, and actionable steps to continue evolving as a leader. Thank you for joining us on this educational journey. Remember, leadership is a continuous process of growth and learning. By applying these principles, embracing diversity, and leading with empathy, you can make a positive impact on your organization, your team, and the world around you.